back.
What's up, Big Ope? Thanks for the prime. Yeah, this is Harlow, made by a single developer, Arman Nobari. Sponsored, by the way. Yeah, lo-fi hip-hop beats to study to. My understanding is that that's what this game is. It's kind of like a one-button game. It's like a slingshot game where you throw a little robot around who's trying to figure out where the survivors are on this planet. The game has kind of a tragic backstory. The developer had just started working at Udemy, got on a plane, had a tumor in their brain rupture, and then a month after that lost a parent. So this game was made sort of in that bad time, I guess, trying to recover from having a brain tumor and then also the loss of a parent. And also made during COVID, so a lot going into here. Yeah. Pretty rough story, but sometimes sorrow and grief can lead to great things. That's not chill at all. Yeah. Well, maybe the takeaway is that we need chill to get through times like that. I'm gonna see if there's a way I can restart the game too, because there's a fun little cutscene at the beginning. Let me see. I'm excited to hear more of the music too. Gotta be a way to reset your save file. There it is. Yeah, the uplifting part of the story is that after working on the game for a year, the developer submitted a trailer for it to Indie Game subreddit. Huge response, made it to the top of the subreddit, supportive messages from all the Redditors, with the developer sort of talking about their experience. And then got signed on to a publisher. The game came out for real. Mental Health, thank you for the prime. Supportive messages from Reddit. They must be doing something right. Weird, right? People not just interested in dropping hard and fast bombs as hard as possible. Trying to score internet points as thoroughly as they can. Yeah, this will be a really good pairing for Elden Ring later. Get maximum relaxation in early. Okay, that's right. You drag inverted. There we go. Yeah, the music's right. The music's really good. I told you it'd be chill. Like the smiles on stuff reminds you of Slime Rancher. What's up, Zombie Crack? That is an amazing emote. That reminds me, I gotta finish putting together my my animated picture frame project. I was just in the middle of figuring out how to deploy Raspbian. Mr. Bungler, this is really nice. I love how happy Harlow is to be thrown around. Such a happy face. Just like the pastels and the gradients and colors in the background. Also smoky and pretty. Coins now. Play Harlow's FAQ page. Harlow's soundtrack is co-produced by Obfusc. He's featured on Monument Valley OST and produced the soundtrack for the BAFTA-nominated game NeoCab. I've had NeoCab installed forever. Really wanted to check it out, but I just haven't done it yet. Love me a game that has nice little orbs that make a satisfying noise when you collect them. Yeah. Like coins piling up. I was kind of reminded me of the bits in Lego games. How satisfying it is to just have tons of those little clackety boys spiraling into your account. Humans do love parties. I've actually got a bit of a party that I need to plan now. I extended a party opportunity to somebody. I was like, hey, do you want a party? I'll do the work and let's make this party happen. They were finally like, let's do it. Let's party. And I was like, fuck yeah. So now I gotta start talking about times. Gotta put down a Friday or something. Party time. party data to invent stuff and throw the humans a party. Party supplies, okay. Oops! Oh no, I clicked too many buttons. Hey, what's up, Holy Frax? I was just clicking like a naive child, clicking with reckless abandon, unaware of my power. It's good to see you, Dr. Sinoir. Impossible to get worked up with this game. Yeah, this music is so good. Happy Wednesday, Glavin. Hope your days are going well. Mine are going very well. Hopefully yours are too. Kind of a weird start to the day, though. I'd already kind of whined about it, but hot water heater was spraying water everywhere this morning. Hold on a second. But luckily, my landlord was willing to replace it, I guess. Plumber came out and looked at it and was like, "Yep, that's effed. That's totally screwed." Can I just get more? Do I get to play the same level? Or no, wait, this is a different level. Don't go in the green stuff. Got it. Oh no! Oh, I went in the green stuff. At least it was fixed quickly. Yeah, well, it should be. It's not fixed yet. At least there is a consensus that it ought to be fixed quickly. That is a blessing. But yeah, still no hot water, which is, you know, kind of a bummer, but what do I need hot water for? Really? Those pickupables are just called party data now. I'm into that. It's an acceptable name for pickupables in an indie game. Yeah, Brandon, exactly. Something ought to be done about this. Udo's our foodie, I guess. Okay. I guess I can make a party couch now. Always good to have somewhere to sit. Great. Oh, there they are. Look at those couches. Well, this is festive. Random side note for any vegetarians out there, fried oyster mushrooms are delicious. Made a simple but seasoned batter yesterday. Spiced up some panko. Fried them in sunflower oil. I know fried food, but. Hey, if you can't... Man. You can't get rid of all delicious things, can you? I think for eating vegetarian, you're allowed something fried every so often. Actually sounds like a great idea, though. Fried mushrooms. I always get mushrooms at steakhouses, thinking they're basically going to be like fried mushrooms, and they never are. They're always like weirdly leathery and dry. At best, they're just mega oily. Oh, Glab and Chris, thank you for the resub. I'm still chasing this like mushroom ideal. Oh shoot. I think I'm reminded of like in my teens I would get these like battered like oven mushrooms, and they were like close to fresh fried mushrooms, but not quite. I need to figure out how to make the actual real food version of that. Like a chicken nugget, except it's a mushroom. And then you can dunk it in sauce. Yeah, stuffed mushrooms are the real business. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. How do I get that out of the water? Okay. That'll be an interesting challenge, but I bet I can do it. Huh. Oh, I have to get it over there. Okay. I guess maybe all those little spikies are there so that the key doesn't fall through. Damn it. It's stuck behind the thingy. I guess I have to launch my... Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. I wonder if this is the creator's... Hold on a second. I wonder if this is like elements of the creator's personal story kind of put in. Leaving a job. Losing people in their life. When a game is also a diary of your life and how and all the trauma you've processed, basically. Some party. Oh, okay. I didn't know they had spikes on the top. Read the recipe because people were saying it's like the vegetarian's chicken finger. Yeah. Man, making vegetarian equivalents of like meat food is the best. Oh, because it's cheaper. You don't have to worry about contamination so much, and like vegetables are just kind of easier to work with. I feel like you have to be a little more careful about prep. I feel like the window. Like the window of it being the right texture and cooked exactly the right way is a little bit narrower for vegetables than for meat, but not having to have like prep services dedicated entirely to one item is really nice. Or having to wash things compulsively all the time. Yeah. Ooh. Huh. When you get that lilting shot just right, it feels good. I'm finally stepping up my vegetable game a little bit. I'm doing the combination saute and steam, which is really good for some thicker vegetables like Brussels sprouts or broccoli. I do like a 3 or 4 minute saute with oil and garlic, and then throw in some water, cap that shit for another 3 to 4 minutes. I'm dialing in my steam sense, because understeamed is really bad if it's like really tough and chewy in a dish or something else you're making. Oversteamed is not the worst. Like it's not the best to have like zero pushback, but you definitely want it in the middle where you still got a good meaty chomp to it. Yeah, broccoli is so good. And baby broccoli? Oh. Baby broccoli definitely needs a steam though. I tried just sauteing baby broccoli once, and it kind of cooked down and got even more dense and chewy. So, did a lot of chewing that meal. Oh, great for eggs over easy? Yeah, so I've been experimenting with that. Putting the lid on what I'm cooking so that it cooks more evenly. definitely use that for eggs. What I've been doing lately is, I'm trying to find, again, it's all a timing game. I'm trying to find the perfect combination of times, but I like par cook the eggs basically in a pan, and then put them on like an English muffin or a piece of like whole grain bread or something, and then sprinkle a little cheese on the top and then broil it, and that melts the cheese, but also continues to cook the yolk just a little bit. So the game is like, the game is getting the yolk to where it's partially cooked so that when I broil it in a toaster oven and melt some cheese, the yolk cooks a little bit more, but not all the way. So I can finally get that like perfectly kind of gooey, not entirely firm yolk that then when I cut into it, soaks over the bread, and then I get eggy bread with some cheese. Hell yeah. Oh, the flying Tesla? That happened in LA, right? It happened in Echo Park, I think. I like to puff up an egg, like fluff the whites, fold the yolk back in, and then put it in a small pan so I can have a big fluffy egg, and then I put it on top of some steamed rice. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I've never tried that. I have made like scrambled eggs, where I like beat them in a bowl first with a little bit of dairy, like milk or cream or something. But it's definitely not like a big egg fluff. Almost like a souffle, maybe? Do you just whisk them by hand, or do you have an egg beater, or what's your technique? Because what I found is that I really, really, really need to invest in tools that make the common tasks I do simpler. I say this because I finally got a garlic press. I don't know why it took me so long. I think part of me was like, I just need to get good at knife skills. I just need to be able to chop so fast that it doesn't matter. But no matter how fast I chop, you know what's still easier? Throwing them into a thing and squishing it, and then being done immediately. Garlic presses are annoying to clean. If you let them dry, yeah. Usually I'll press my garlic, and then I'll flip it around and like squish out some stuff, and then just knock out all the debris, and then rinse it under water. That makes it really easy. For me, anyway. Ugh! Oh, I went a little too wacky. Okay, so it keeps the state at a level. All the little... all the key hexes are still in their spots. For the English muffin sandwich... Hold a minute. The English muffin sandwich, heat up the pan, medium, add butter, crack the egg once. And once the whites begin to set, flip and slide onto muff. That should get you to a medium, depending on how long you have it on under the broiler. I do like cooking my eggs in butter. I've discovered the power of just a little bit of butter and the, like, mouthfeel and flavor it adds to a dish. Almost got it. Once the whites begin to set, flip and slide. So flip it with the yolk down in the pan for just like a split second and then get it onto your English muffin? I haven't done any flipping. I usually let the roasting element do all of the yolk cooking. I'm also afraid that if I flip it, I'll break it. Especially if I flip it before then, trying to get it off the pan and onto the muff. Toast the muff for good measure. Now that I agree with, yes. You definitely need some crunchy texture in there. And that's the whole point of an English muffin, right? That kind of bready, airy, crunchy chewiness. Once the egg begins to slide around, it's a sign the egg whites are cooked. Okay, well I did finally get, we got a new set of nonstick pans over the holidays, so that's made cooking and plating eggs has become so much easier. It's another part of that, like, right tool for the right job kind of deal. And I don't have to use as much butter or oil. That's what I ended up doing with my last set of pans, is I was just like, okay, I just have to use a lot of butter to get the egg to release. Got a new set of knives too, which has also made food prep really delightful. Oh, that's neat. The little indicators on the pipe show you the show you when it's gonna squirt. Only amateurs need squirt indicators, am I right, fellas? Am I right, fellas? Am I right about that? I'm right about that. Although I think, wait a minute. Oh, there's a power cord down there. Yeah. Oh, I thought I could get under. Depending on my mood, I'll add a little water, cover it with a lid, and let it steam for a minute to get a good runny egg. So I'm curious if, because what I found is I don't necessarily need to add water. Not to eggs anyway. Usually when I do, if I try to prepare an egg by letting it cook covered for a while, I don't really add any liquid. It seems like eggs are always wet enough already. One thing I want to experiment with is like, is combo cooking potatoes. Not that necessary, they have water and moisture. Okay. What I wanna get better at is like pan frying, or like doing that smashed potato. We have like a fingerling or whatever, and then I guess you would have to parboil it first to soften it up, and then you smush it and then pan fry it. But I feel like there's got to be a way where I can, maybe not smash potatoes, but some potato prep where I can just like cut them and then like pan fry them to get nice crisps. And then maybe steam them, put a little water in and cover it, and let that kind of cook the rest of the potato. So they have they got some crispiness, but I cook them in a pan. Basically I want to pan cook potatoes so I don't have to roast them. Not that roasting potatoes is hard. Roast potatoes is another thing I've been getting into as a snack. Because, man, you give onion powder, garlic, salt, pepper, a little MSG, and then, like, ketchup. We agree that you can eat breakfast any time of day. I agree. Just fry and steam them like pot stickers? Yeah, so that's kind of the technique that I'm imagining. Is that you fry part of the potato. Well, I guess this is true of pot stickers. I was going to ask, if you steam them after pan frying, do they stay crispy? But they're still pan frying, they're just also steaming. So I think I'm going to experiment with that. Gotta go for the games first right away. Ball pit acquired. I can't get the string lights just yet. Snack bot. Party posters. I'm seeing my first bar trivia tonight this evening. Any pro hosting tips? None really. Just enjoy it. Like, have fun. Be open to the spontaneity of it. People will always surprise you. Like, it is your job, I guess, to set the tone and keep people feeling loose and accepted, I guess. Yeah. It's a tough thing to like invite people to have a good time. Can't get too insistent about it. People don't want to have a good time if you tell them to. Oh my gosh. Accept that tip, thanks. No worries. If you're having a good time, other people will too. Music is really good, right? It's a really good emote to describe it too. Barrel tone? Nice. Some getting over it shit here. I can't afford to sub, but refresh the page to get more ads to get that revenue. I suppose I do, but Fackhead, you really don't have to worry about it. If you're tight on money, it's cool. Just watching is good enough. Totally good enough. Oh, it's an I. My bad. Streamer's name is Barry, so it's Barytone. Also a really good name for that. Oh, and look at that. A kind Samaritan has gifted you a sub. Now you can't get ads. Yes, my business strategy is all around providing endless free content so that 20 years later, hopefully people remember they have positive affinity for me once they've won the lottery 13 million times. That's when you get them with the Patreon. Got some Vox in here, some synth. Cool beans, thanks for the prime. I almost don't want to play these levels because the music is so good. I just want to listen to the jams. Luckily the game doesn't really get in the way. The game understands its jams. Feels like a good time to mention this game is actually sponsored by this game, by Harlow. So if you're enjoying it, check it out. Use the Harlow command for a link to the game. It's just on Steam. Pretty simple stuff. I think you might be able to buy the OST separate from the game as well. Let me check. I saw this offer pop up and I actually was like, well, I want to check it out before I stream it, so I bought it. Yeah, you can buy the soundtrack. $5. I actually have a code for it too. I bought it before I agreed to the sponsorship because I wanted to check it out first. So they gave me a code for the sponsorship. I don't need it, so I'm gonna give it away. Oh, this game is sponsored by the game. Did I say game? This stream is sponsored by the game. Oh, it's on a little bundle sale. Okay. That's also good. No. The like record slowing down. Such a good effect too for dying and respawning. Oh, you're out of the running, you already bought it? Oh! But instead of a child, you're a ball. I guess that's one way you could look at it. Overtones aren't nearly so ominous. Backgrounds, yeah, I can kind of see. Party supplies is actually a pretty severe motivation for me. Researching new party items, new party tech, partech. This makes me want to ride a bus. Just like see the world go by. See people walking on the sidewalk. Maybe like go to a park. Oh, an airport. Remember talking with a friend about how good video game soundtracks are. And they were always catchy or iconic, but I feel like it's pretty modern to just play video game music and have people go, who is this? About the video game soundtracks I own. I agree. Video game music doesn't sound like video game music anymore, which is really nice. Sure. A lore break on the way to the next level. First aid station. Yeah, I guess that's important. Game has lore. It seems like it. We're on a mysterious planet. Trying to figure out what's going on. While also planning a welcome back to living party for the crew. Joe, remember the talk? Remember the talk we had? Did you think if you waited that the rules wouldn't apply? Emote spam can be good, but used in moderation. And has to be contextually appropriate. I'm gonna have to really... Oh, God. I have to get the angles all lined up here. This is tough. How tough am I? It's got the right idea. What is that? What is that terrible fox from? I'm trying to remember. There we go. Oh no! Oh, shit, that was close. Seriously, it is actually a really good motivator to pick up all these little goobles. I want to see party stuff. I want to have the sweetest party. Was it Tails? Okay. I see it now. That's got to be Tails. Oh! Love you, Tails. Tails inspires me. Arg! A reference to bad Sonic design? No, there's never been such a thing. All Sonic characters have always been immaculate. Why do you think Sonic is so well loved? Because all the characters are great. Well designed. Every last one. Why have I not played all the Sonic video games? I bought a Sega Genesis and a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog in full preparation of finally playing through all the Sonic video games. I still haven't done it. I gotta finish Star Wars Obi-Wan too. So many video games out there, you guys. And they're making more all the time. What's that all about? Harlow, the hit indie game, just came out. I'm gonna stream them? Sure, yes. Oh yeah, those cursed Xbox controllers, ones that are furry. Oh man, those are the best. Excellent idea. Finally, I can rub Sonic while I'm playing Sonic. Why would you do that? It's literally on everything. Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog? I don't know. It was... okay, I remember now. I was trying to be more impulsive and frivolous with money. And I was just like, why don't I just buy a Sega Genesis? But I have never really used it, so it turned out to be a bad call. Every time I try to be like playfully frivolous with money, I just end up with something I never really use. Maybe I just need to accept that me and money have a weird relationship. Did you get the Genesis with the OG 3-button controllers? I don't think so. Hold on a sec. Oh, I remember now. You know what, Joe? I have to apologize. Given that your initial question was about games journalism, I should have remembered. You're getting some points now just for sticking with it for a while. So I was like, when you were on that, I was like, man, that reminds me of this other guy from a long time ago. But it turns out that was you. It turns out that was you the whole time. So, all right. So I've wrapped back around to the other end here. I've wrapped back around. The dedication to the bit has become endearing now. I'm sorry to say. I don't know if it was Doom Eternal. Yeah, I think it may have been from a long time ago. That and Cyberpunk. So yeah, Brandon, I don't know if you remember, but yeah. Turns out Joe's actually a stream icon. If there's one thing I know about Joe, it's that he supports gaming journalism and gaming journalists. So, and shoutouts, by the way, shoutouts to Twitch's moderation features. I don't know, maybe I don't have the right to say that given that I'm a white dude and nothing really ever happens to me. But even just going to YouTube and like seeing some people leaving comments and being like, I don't know if this is shitty or not. Like this might be borderline. But then you can't look at somebody's like comment history or anything. Why can't you do that on YouTube? It would be so easy to make some moderation calls if you could just click on their profile and see all the comments they've left. That would be a real easy way to figure out the tone of something. So, yeah, YouTube just doesn't have that. It doesn't actually have a lot, weirdly. For like as big as Google is and as many engineers as I guess might be working on YouTube all the time. But you can on mobile? Are you for real? Well, wait. So there... Are we talking comments or are we talking like live stream messages? Is that somewhere and I just don't know where to find it? Because if you click on somebody's channel, like on somebody's profile, it just takes you to their YouTube channel, and I don't think there's a there's a spot in there to see comments. Okay, well, maybe I need to look around more. Maybe I just don't... Maybe I judge too harshly and too quickly. Yes, I can see chat history. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Joe. I just, that's my fault, really. I just care about Sweet Lady video games too much. That's my problem. I just care too much. That is my favorite, by the way. My absolute favorite thing to do in this human life is to blame negative behavior. I'm talking about myself, by the way. Blaming negative behavior or overreactions on caring too much. My favorite thing to do as a living, breathing human. Be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I care. I say as I've ruined somebody else's wedding. I just care too much. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't interact with YouTube chats. I'm sure it's probably fine. I don't know. That was the big reason I kind of preferred Twitch over YouTube. Even when I was experimenting in my early streamer days. I really liked that YouTube had the higher bitrate, but man, just the culture. Everyone's used to talking shit on YouTube, I guess. If I were still with Rooster Teeth, would I consider hiring you? Absolutely. Yep. You'd be first on my list. You know, random guy that talked with in Twitch chat like 3 times. That's all I need to know, really. Actually, you know what, Joe? If you go to Rooster Teeth right now and tell them that I sent you, I bet they'll hire you on the spot. So you should try that. You should try that. Let's go email Rooster Teeth. Tell them I said you're in. Tell them I said that. Yeah, we all work for Rooster Teeth. If you've ever listened to a podcast, guess what? You're a Rooster Teeth contractor. Oh, okay. All right. Should get this first aid station for right away. I know it's going to be a good party. Heart drive space? What did that do? Can I, like, play music now? At this party? Yeah, with a bonus. That name carries such clout here, we've decided to give you a bonus. Sight unseen! There we go. Get all the first aid ready for people. How do I get all these boxes out of here? I don't think people are going to be happy about that, all the boxes. Hard to party when there's a lot of boxes around. The only parties with a lot of boxes around are like housewarming parties. You got guts, kid. You got moxie. Reminds me of a young me. Oh, that's true. You do have to play GTA and Minecraft for a cumulative 4 years. Playing GTA was one of the bright spots of content production. I got to play games on the clock sometimes. It was the best. That was the whole grift. Do? Oh, I guess you bounce off of it? I thought it would, like, shoot me off. But I guess you can just boing off of it. It's like a boingy surface. Instead of being a propelling one. Ha! Now it's a GTA mode of Minecraft on Roblox. Is that what's lighting up the YouTube Let's Plays today? This seems like a presumptive comment. I don't know. It seems like gameplays aren't necessarily what people want on YouTube these days. Or maybe the audience that is looking for gameplays already knows the channels they want it from. There's just not a lot of thirst for more of that content. YouTube seems like it's deep. You have to make like authentically deep, passionately researched videos these days. That seems to be the YouTube meta. Just make like a 3-hour thought essay that is impossibly perfectly researched about some obscure topic. That's also like titled and thumbnailed really well. And presented really well. Like has to have a good I don't know what it has to have, man. YouTube's weird nowadays. I think it finally did settle into like you have to just make good stuff, which is nice. It seems like YouTube's algorithms has finally bonked off like all the kissing pranks and shit. Although I don't know, maybe that stuff still does it. I don't really have any idea what's popular on YouTube. Because the algorithm has determined that I'm not watching what's popular on YouTube, which is fair, I guess. Does anyone know the trend? I guess music videos probably still really tear it up. Just watched a 2-hour video about Pathologic just the other day, now that you mention it. Nice. Yeah, Car, I really feel like the era of YouTube we're in now is largely low bullshit, right? Toxic YouTubers are still there, but at least they're not, like, growing just because they're toxic. It seems like toxic content is just kind of settled out. It's not really owning everything anymore. Ah! There, I was curious what would happen if they both activated. Oh, reaction videos? I can see that. Toxic YouTubers are all doing NFT hustles now? Yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe it went to one of those right-wing platforms? Oh, maybe. I mean, that's still fine. I still feel like it's put YouTube in clearer pastures. Yeah, I feel like YouTube finally started guiding, like around 2018, the invisible hand came in and started actually guiding things a little bit. And I do think it's been for the better. I think generally the content that's on YouTube and the content that YouTube tries to surface and the algorithm tends to prefer is largely like honestly made, earnest content about topics that people say they want to watch. So I really have no complaints. It does make it interesting though to try to break into the games reporting. Or to try to carve out more of a viewership in games reporting. I want to figure out, for Insight Games, I need to figure out some way. We're not really, I mean, we just started working with Charlotte. But I feel like now that we have 3 people and a variety of personalities, we can do something a little more fundamental than just trading line reads on a script. So I want to start percolating in my brain about what that means. I don't know if it means shooting, like... I think shooting in person is probably where that magic is going to come from, whatever it is. But that's going to be tough, because it's tough working with everybody's schedules. Like, we got 3 people on the show, and editor we have to be mindful of, and it's got to work within everyone's schedules and stuff, like, because none of the people we work with are salaried, so I can't make any. I'd be mindful of everyone else's workflows, and then also on top of all that, it is news content, so it's got to have a tight turnaround. I was thinking about this. Maybe I got to wake up way earlier, or like maybe write the script super late so that we record the episodes at like 9 a.m. But I don't know if everyone would be willing to do that. I don't know. I think a human/laptop hybrid is one of the keys to mainstream success. I always liked that. I attribute that entirely to Bruce's keen production eye. But yeah, I agree. Having an inanimate member of the show gave it a lot of charm. I agree. That Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse energy. Goes beyond your training as a chat member. Yeah, I'm not asking anyone to like give me ideas or anything like that, because then you could sue me for them. And if Jeff Bezos can't put Law Dog Productions into the ground, no one in Twitch chat's going to. Yeah, right. Oh, it's evolved into VTubing? Yeah, maybe. I've thought a lot about VTubing, especially like getting older. Even in like 2013 when Inside Gaming, was starting to get some numbers. Even then, I was like, well, we're all kind of approaching our 30s here. Surely we're not going to be relevant forever. But instead of like trying to figure out how to stay relevant, my brain instead went to what's the value of relevance. And sued. They've been waiting for me to slip up on stream. Discovery Plus has a lawyer who just did a fist pump. They got my ass. That's part of YouTube though. I feel like that's good. Part of this wave of YouTube too is I don't think there's like a reliable meta, you know? I think there will always be things that are trendy. People will make content because it's trendy. People will watch content because it's trendy, but... you don't have to chase all eyeballs anymore. That was one of the things I was looking forward to when going independent. Is like being able to set my own metric of success, aside from success just always meaning more. It's like in pinball, when you can see the ball very slowly draining directly down the middle. You're flipping your little flippers, and your flippers are flip-flapping and nothing's going on. You can just see it happen. It's got to be a weird straddling the line between what makes you creatively fulfilled and what is commercially viable. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right, Peccodermia. That's the name of the game, is walking that line, walking that compromise. It's weird too, because I guess I always thought about it in terms of, that bonk got me. I always thought about it in such binary terms. Like, either you're a fine artist and you just make whatever you want to make for the pure expression of it and you don't consider anything, or you're like a commercial artist. Your goal is to make something that satisfies the desires of the audience, the purpose being to get in front of as many people as possible. Like, you make a product and the product is supposed to do what the product is supposed to do as efficiently as possible, kind of thing. But no, there's actually, it's a gradient, really. It's a sliding scale. Some parts of a thing can be, because that's how it has to be, to work and function. Other parts can be more flourished. It's the mix that matters. Yes! The alley-oop method. Oh, I wasn't even supposed to come up here. Call Buster Keaton for a collab, because that's black and white as fuck. It's a really good turn of phrase. Oh, that was a satisfying squish. Nothing's binary in real life. You're right. Oh, you're right. That's one of the things that I struggled with for a long time. Like, I have engineer brain. I want everything to be classified. I think it's really that I want problems to be fixed. Computers run in hex. Hexadecimal. They are not binary either. Although actually they are, if you get low enough. Although I think logic gates now aren't even dual state. Really empathize trying to break out of that mindset. Life isn't that simple. That's not. Which is nice, actually. I feel like once you get into more of a go with the flow kind of feeling, once you get out of the binary mindset, or the right and wrong mindset, and you're just like, let's just ride the waves, man. Life gets a lot easier. Transistors operate on binary principles. Yeah, I thought so. Like, on is +3 or +2 volts. Off is like 0.5 or lower. And then all that combines through logic gates to create computer logic and stuff. What about the Matrix? I think the Matrix was trying to be very non-binary. It even inverted its own lore. Try to tell you the one wasn't a thing. My therapist likes to tell people, stop shoulding all over the place, to emphasize if someone says something about life should be a certain way. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel that pretty deeply. To my own detriment, I think I do spend a lot of time fixating on the way things ought to be. And trying to, like, ooh, hover cushions, hell yeah. I think it says party like hover cushions. Trying to live to the way that things ought to be versus to the way things are. I love a quote from Dune that reads, "The mystery of life isn't a problem to solve, but a reality to experience." I like that a lot. Huh. Ooh, new background. For me, and this, I don't mean for this to go into full therapy mode, but for me, I think it involves rewiring rewiring my brain to stop being so task-oriented. It's always like, what am I doing? What am I going to do? What am I going to get done? That's kind of how I sort of define my being conscious, is that I'm doing things. I have to retool the method in which my brain, like, absorbs and comprehends time and existence, I think. A lot of my decision making flows from activity and accomplishment. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I think it's a good mode to get into, but I don't think it should be the only mode. Really bad problem with time. Yesterday and years ago feel the same. I've certainly thought about time differently since COVID, that's for sure. And also since going self-employed and my work and the way that work situates in my life has sort of changed. That also sort of changes the way that I think about time. Is that not what society expects from us, though? Depends on the society. I think American society is the only one I feel qualified to comment on. And whoa, shit, there's two of them. Oh, you get your charges back from bonking it though. Okay. I would say yeah, by default, American society is geared towards accomplishment and judges accomplishment based on success. I mean, yeah, there's like makes me think a lot about the movie, what is it? True Genius with Val Kilmer, the 80s movie. I only saw that movie recently, but I thought it was interesting having a movie about like a successful cult personality dude in the 80s where the message is maybe it isn't important to like become world famous and rich. Maybe you need to just learn how to chill out sometimes. Although, I don't know, teaching stuffy people how to party was the theme of a lot of 80s films, I feel like. Yeah, the bouncing rain is pretty cool to look at. Once again, if this game interests you, use the Harlow command. Check out the game via the link in chat. Yeah, this game definitely passes the vibe check. Got little posters on there. My brain doesn't work with a task-oriented mentality. Told if you have one task to task, I genuinely set myself up for failure. I truly do believe hard in just living. When I get down on myself, I try to look at it as strive to be proud of yourself. Oh, okay. That's something that I've gotten into repeating to myself a lot lately. I guess it's called affirmations, really. Just reminding yourself that you don't have to do anything to like exist and be loved, or to exist and to have worth as a person. Just being is enough, you know? You don't have to earn affection. You don't have to earn your existence. You're allowed to exist. Everyone's granted the inalienable right to be. Now, the state of your being, maybe that requires a little hustle, but... that Sigma mindset, fighting too hard. Oh, Old Bones? Yeah, I started using Todoist as well, and it's helped. It has helped me. That's a prime example of me hanging on to the way things ought to be versus the way things are, I think, is finally getting myself into the habit of using task tracking or leaving notes that I actually follow up on. Oh, got another little diary entry over here. Pollution is bad. Want to get away from the factory and go to place with treasure. Okay. Oh, Todoist is oh, that kills me too? Okay. It looked like it was blue instead of green, but I think it was just the color. Set up an automation today. Email comes in, sets up a task for my team, and logs the entry. When tasks are closed, I get an Excel log too. Hey. Process. Thank you, Commander Wolf, for the 13 months of resubs. Time is effed. Thanks for curating a space for me to chill out after work. When I was working 70-hour weeks in the height of COVID, it was invaluable. Cheers to all. Hey, I'm genuinely very glad that I could help out. I know that was tough for a lot of people. And if me just relaxing here and playing some games was any help, I'm very, very grateful for that. Especially since you were the one doing all the hard work. There we go, though. Minimizing self again. Ugh. But yeah, the Todoist is kind of nice. It syncs across like mobile and desktop. I like the desktop app. It's got like keyboard shortcuts that make it really efficient to use. Some of them are a little wonky, but they're pretty good. It also does a lot of sort of... You can just sort of type certain phrases and then it'll adapt that into dates and reminders. So if you like, say tomorrow, take out the trash or whatever, then it'll automatically track that and give you... It'll like have the task in there with a due date, basically. Every Thursday, do this kind of deal. I use it to Man, I keep messing up the timing on that. There's now a checklist of things I got to do for inside games and like paying contractors and just like business administration stuff. I leave myself recurring notes to remind myself to do that because like if I don't run payroll, people don't get paid, and that'd be very fucking bad. And I've been on the other end of assholes like me that forget to do it. Or get distracted because they because they blearily walk out into the living room in their underwear and hear water splashing against the wall for some reason. But yeah, for the longest time, I really just repeatedly insisted to myself that I should just be able to remember everything. I told myself that the most like functional people don't need to write everything down. They can just remember and do stuff. It's inefficient this way, is what I insisted to myself for some reason. I think after the long end of things, the difference in philosophy that I've adopted, instead of just holding myself to high standards and berating myself mentally until I hit them, is to more openly appraise how I'm doing and actually change my method to tailor it to myself versus insisting that I work in what I define as my ideal method. I've talked on stream about it before, but basically like managing yourself as though you're like a third party to yourself, observing yourself and making adjustments based on performance and desired outcome. Almost like you're playing The Sims. And if you're playing The Sims and you notice that your sim keeps missing work because they're like staying up too late, your sim is not just going to magically start going to bed earlier. You got to change something. You got to manage that sim. You buy them a new alarm clock. I do have an LLC, yeah. What service did I use to register? I didn't actually. I think I just filed the paperwork directly. Oh yeah, the registered agent thing. I guess you do need that. I don't know. I think I just found some rando person that like listed themselves as a registered agent and used that. I don't remember exactly what I did, but the registered agent thing doesn't really matter in the long run. California's tough for LLCs. I need to create mine instead of expensing stuff as a sole proprietor. Yeah, that's what I did. California, I don't know. I just filled out some online paperwork. I remember it being mostly that simple. There were a couple of things that were confusing. And what extra sucks, Saren, don't tell California this, but I had to use like a PO box as my business address, which they expressly tell you not to do, while then also saying that whatever address you put down will be public. So I didn't want to put my home address, even though that's where my office is. Like, that whole thing doesn't really accommodate for people wanting to keep their business address private. So, but whatever. I've been operating for a year plus now, and it's been fine. I hacked the system. I listened to Rage Against the Machine when I filled out the forms. I was worried I might mess it up, but that's totally doable. I was super worried I was gonna mess it up too. Everything seems fine so far. I think there was one fee I didn't pay, and the state of California let me know pretty quickly. But I paid it, and it was fine. You'll get a lot of mail from people who want to sell you You know those like posters you have and you put up in the break room to inform all the employees of their legal rights? I got like, I want to say I got like 20 letters from different companies telling me that I had to buy their laminated poster for like $250. So ridiculous. I'm like, okay, here we go. And then now I just keep getting letters that are just like, hey, do you want to buy some like stationery? Just like normal businessy stuff. Just keep getting mails for her. You want to buy checks? Businesses need checks. Those hanging lanterns. Yeah. Brandon, if I ever get an office place, you better believe I'm going to put up a hang in there, baby poster in the break room. Why they recommend why they recommend against using a PO box? I don't know. I'm guessing because if they have emergency paperwork to serve you, they can just come right to your door and kick on it until you answer. Yes, Aaron. Whenever I check the mail now, I just go right. I do it at the post office because it's a PO box, and I just stand right next to the recycle bin, just joom, feeding it all in. Although that reminds me, to my shame, I actually have a nice stack of trading cards to mail out. It's about that time. Is this the lo-fi part of the game? That's the whole game. Indeed, this is a lo-fi game. But I'll say this, the vibes are immaculate. On point. There's actually a pretty intense personal story behind this game, too. I talked a little bit about it at the opening of the stream. I probably should have waited until I had a better fix on the game's energy, but yeah, the developer behind this game went through having a brain tumor and losing a parent in pretty quick succession. And this was the game that they went to during that process to sort of find some amount of mental clarity, I guess? Ah, Ruby has redeemed a trading card. I will draw that for you right now. Hold on. Your hair is over 12 inches long. That's quite wild. All right, Ruby. What card do you think you're going to get? What card is it? What is it? It is Top Rank Tennis. This is some pretty sick art, though. Hold on. Focus in on that guy. Look at that. That dude has like matrix dodge lines around his ball. That's awesome. Some stats on the back there. Let me read it for you. Make sure I pull focus properly again. This lens doesn't autofocus for whatever reason. Can you make it to the top? You choose how hard you hit the ball and how fast you run. Your opponents will control how far you can make it in the rankings. Play on clay, grass, and hard court surfaces to really test if you are the best. Challenge. In the practice mode, can you beat these players without losing a game in a 3-set match? A novice can beat Jim Corder, rank 190 or rank 93. Intermediate can beat Dave Corder, rank 87, and a pro can beat Ken Corder, rank 74. It's for Game Boy. Cool. Tennis game for Game Boy. Right on. Congratulations, Ruby. Looks like Werewolf has redeemed one as well. Let me write this down. Things that I need to do. I need to write this down as soon as possible so I don't forget. We got another card to draw. We hit 150k points. Nice. Let's see what we got. Oh, this is a thick guy. Oh, that's a monster of the gridiron. Bad bone. Look at that beauty. We got some chains on him? Sure. I guess this was a marketing campaign from Coca-Cola where they turned American football players into like superheroes and supervillains. Monsters of the Gridiron. Bad Bone. Eric Turner. Eric Badbone Turner is in his second year as the Browns Monster of the Gridiron. Bad Bone takes a bite out of everything that comes his way in Cleveland's defensive backfield. His exploits have earned many barks of appreciation from the inhabitants of the dog pound section of Cleveland's Municipal Stadium. Oh, nice. There you go. Congratulations. Can you hold that up so I can screen snip and send it to my brother? With the Bad Bone card? Get it? Is this one is this like a pretty rare card? This is worth like $250,000, isn't it? How many hundreds of thousands of dollars is this card worth? I gotta play I gotta play more Ace Combat 3 too. So many good video games, you guys. We live in an age of wonder. Oh! Oh no! Oh, just memories with your brother? Well, those have got to be worth something, right? How much money do I get for your memories? How much? It better be a lot. No! Listen, I'm accepting sponsorships from Harlow, all right? I'm not out here shilling NFTs. You think I made a money? I haven't sold a single scammy Counter-Strike skin betting site. Not one. I need to break it rich on some of these cards here. This is all I've got. Gotta own one first. Yeah. I gotta get a dog first, and then a site. That when I get caught, I have something to look regretfully into the camera with. Come here, Scooter. Wow. Things sure are crazy, aren't they? It looks like I've been busted in an illegal gambling ring. Dang it. Here's the problem, though. I want to keep making videos on the internet, so here we are. We've all been there. Who among us hasn't gotten really popular playing video games on the internet and then tried to get kids to gamble on our websites? Name one person. Let them cast the first stone. Grab your Roomba and give it googly eyes. The result is the same. Oh, I can't afford the sushi bar. Damn. Name the one guy. You can't. They've all done it. Myself included. I'm in the middle of doing it right now. It's a party without a sushi bar. It's not a party. Just a bunch of sad people hanging out. Oh, this reminds me, I gotta take another swipe at getting people over to play Rock Band. Everyone had COVID last time. must be, like, surely it's far enough away now. It shouldn't matter, but... Yeah, I had this, like, I had this sick rock band party all ready to go, and one by one, everybody was like, I feel sick. I think there was a wave of COVID that went through the Funhouse office. Good on them for not coming, though, I guess. I think they just don't like Rock Band? No, that's impossible. They added Real Big Fish's Sellout to Rock Band. Are you telling me that somebody would make up a polite excuse to not come over and play... not play Sellout by Real Big Fish in Rock Band 4 on the Xbox? Is that what you're implying? Because I just can't see that happening. Yeah. Okay, good. You take it back. Good. I'm glad. Because, yeah, I bet it's only natural. Because I thought about that, too. I was like, man, maybe people just don't want to play Rock Band anymore. But then I thought about it for a second, and I was like, no. No, I was very explicit about the Real Big Fish DLC in my invite. In my ticket, in my Eventbrite invitation. I was very explicit about the Rock Band DLC, so... Yeah, I thought that, but then I ruled it out. I ruled it out pretty quickly. Wish you had friends to play Rock Band with. Boy, do I know that feeling. Fuck! I got tricked. Yeah, my numerous evites. I do Eventbrite and evite, just to make sure. Ugh! Because you never know. You know, some might go into somebody's spam folder. Sometimes maybe people aren't looking at their phones. I just want to make sure that people definitely get the invite. Turn on read receipts. Damn it! I was listening to Sellout on Spotify the other day, and that genius thing was a savage and said something like, from a time where a ska band could actually get on a record label. Yeah. Now you're lucky if you got like a pretty like buzzing TikTok. If you can do ska covers of like more popular songs on your YouTube channel and get some views, pretty good. There's no way I'm gonna fall into the goo. No way. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, shout out to Ska2 Network, by the way. Keeping the dream alive. Keeping the love alive. Ska2 rules. I only discovered Ska2 like, gosh, like a year ago? So late to the party. Yeah, utterly delightful. Big Fish collab, and I wish. Maybe they could come over to my birthday party and play Rock Band together. I could finally play Rock Band with Real Big Fish. I'm just lucky. Steph is usually down to play some Rock Band. You find a partner, they want to play Rock Band, you marry them immediately. Steph, when she worked on Guitar Hero, when she lived in Seattle, would like host Guitar Hero nights with a bunch of developers. Steph is the coolest. Sometimes I'm a little frustrated that Steph and I didn't meet earlier. That's fine, I got a sushi bar now. Get some anime posters up. Oh, reactive lights, hell yeah! This party's going off. Love the idea of you inviting the actual Real Big Fish just to have them play their songs on Rock Band instead of on actual equipment. Well, yeah. I went to all that trouble setting up Rock Band. It's calibrated already. Did all the hard stuff for you. And play Sellout with me. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, no, they just watch me play sellout. Oop. They don't get a turn. They only get a turn when I want to take a break. I want to eat more cake, more birthday cake. Although my last birthday, I did brag about this in the stream newsletter, excuse me. But I did drink 2 Four Locos and 1 standing. Wasn't even sitting. 2 Four Locos, 1 and then the other, 1, 2. I did it. People wondered if I could. There were debates, fierce debates, but I did it. Are you standing after? I was, although I'm pretty sure I cried a little later that night. That's when I've had enough to drink. It's when I start crying about something. Is it hard to drink 2 of them? Sorta. You gotta pace yourself. And it doesn't taste good. You gotta get to that point where you're just taking like big old gulps and not really tasting it. Which is just, it's just tragic to put that much garbage in your body and not taste it. But I did what I did for science. Because it was my birthday and somebody had to do something. You know? Somebody had to do something. Real Big Fish didn't make it, so fine. I gotta provide the miracle. Time to girl boss. Go through that. I don't think taste is the goal for Four Locos. I don't mind fake fruit flavor, you know? But you're right. It's just like crappy corn syrup and fake fruit chemical. Ugh. Used to be a gigantic lush and drank way too much all the time, so maybe my assessment of Four Locos is different than most folks. Oh, you drank way more than 2 at a time? Didn't phase you? What was your record? I'll beat it on my next birthday. Sway Yisa, thank you very much for the prime. Yeah, Karkar, I agree. Watermelon's the real shit. Grape is good. I like fake grape. Drink 5 to 6 one night. God damn, dude. That's so many calories. I think like 1 Four Loko is like 500 or 600 calories just because of the alcohol and sugar. It's nasty. Next day wasn't great. Well, Scott, just to prove my ability to ingest and digest horrific trash, I guess I'll just have to drink 8 Four Locos next year. Jeez. I'll set my alarm early and get started. Four Loko is basically Kool-Aid, Red Bull, and malt liquor. It's not even Red Bull anymore. They don't have any... I don't think they have caffeine. That was just a really short thing at the beginning. I think that's what got them in trouble, is they had caffeine in the drinks, like a lot of caffeine. So teenagers could just go absolutely apeshit drinking them, because teenagers are stupid. They ruined it for the rest of us. Okay. Alright, that is the track that's playing, alright. Drink a Sparks as a teenager? Ooh. I do love trashy malt liquors. I feel like it is one of those corners of food science where the food is just so utterly processed that it just becomes a kind of like flavor that you can't find anywhere else. That doesn't make it good. It certainly doesn't make it good for you. But it is kind of interesting to see what food science can do. Especially when it's trying to create it's trying to create like the facsimile of good food for very little money. Oh! And since it's booze, like, you end up enjoying it in the end anyway. Even if it makes you feel like just complete trash fire. It's a complete dumpster. Oh yeah, Commander, they haven't had caffeine. Four Locos haven't had caffeine forever. That was a pretty brief window when they first hit the market, is my understanding. Oh, spirits, what is this? It's always good when there's an innocuous clip linked in chat. Thank you for the sponsorship, Harlow. Y'all check out Harlow. This game rocks. Got them chill beats. Sometimes I feel weird talking about given topics during sponsorships, but hey, that's stream content, baby. Oh, look at that skip. Oh. Yes, Maxie. This game is great. Don't let me forget either that I have a code to give away. Oh. Dreaming of empty fields, sunshine and clouds. Getting some like person unhappy with a desk job goes off to seek greener pastures of self-employment kind of energy from the diary entries. At least that's what I associate them with. They seem like little diary message or diary entries or messages left by the developer relating to their personal journey. Oh, you went mispronouncing grape as you say grape is good? Oh dear. I didn't mispronounce anything. I never mispronounce anything. Oh, no! Oh! I don't know what you're talking about, spirits. Couldn't be me talking about the delicious flavors of Four Loko. Where'd my cursor go? Sounds sketchy? Oh, good. Good grape. And get canceled today. Alright, I found the mouse hack. I'm gonna have to recycle a game here. Sorry about the wallpaper. Sorry about that. Let me just move that there. I believe that is from I believe that's from a webcomic about a dude turning into a horse. Except he, it's like a person took a lot of photos of themselves, and then they photoshopped with disgusting clarity the various stages of them morphing into a horse. There were like multiple pages that had like a panel by panel breakdown of their appendages turning into hooves and stuff. Yeah, animorphs, yeah. Yes, it's very much what's happening there. That is a photo of this gentleman becoming a horse. One of the many photos. It gets really uncomfortable too, because there's a part where the dude, like his clothes burst off, and he's just kind of like greased up, half-horsed, but there's still human like skin in there. But then he becomes a big, strong horse with flowing hair. Lights. This is already a party. Now I kind of want to look it up. But I have no idea what it would be called now. Yeah. This Man Turning into a Horse is brought to you by Harlow, by the soundtrack today. Charming indie game. Spirits, you're trying to find it? Good luck. Defeatarian, I feel like I may be assuming a lot here, but I'm pretty sure if somebody's gonna make like try to make a photorealistic sequence of them turning into a horse, that would probably include the genitals too. I think if somebody wants to actually just be a horse, they probably want the whole kit and caboodle. Jet? You're rocking that Bob Ross hair? Got that fluff. Want to be a Triceratops? That's a pretty solid animal to want to be. Triceratops seem to have a lot of style. Like that bone plate they got going. Oh, I'm gonna get good. No, 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 no. You can't have that second jump be the panic jump. Steph has described multiple times that she wants to be one of those spitter. Ugh. One of the which I can see. It'd be fun to just spit at people. Dang, man. Hard to just bring it to a stop. I keep overcorrecting. Very much not a horse person. I feel like if you're cursed to forever be a horse, you might as well have massive genitalia as a consolation prize. I think that's the idea. Although I'm gonna guess somebody who wants to whole ass become a horse is probably into the freedom of it, galloping around on the plains, flirting with many fine horse lasses. Horse lassies. Oh, right. Ah, I forgot about that. I've always loved that part of the, going to a different society, different, animal kingdom or whatever. Part of the fantasy is that you'd get accepted. Or that you'd be somewhere near the top of the totem pole. Like in Avatar, somehow Jake Sully became a very important Na'vi instead of just one of the boner lamewads that has to, wash everyone's dishes. Dang it. You would think, though, if a human became an animal, maybe due to their outstanding intellect, they would be able to bully their way to the top of the social pile. But it really does feel like, probably more accurately, humans wouldn't do very well. Because, you're just starting out being a horse, probably. You could just barely move around. I don't know that you'd be, in horse royalty. Or that you would be pulling down all the finest horsetail. Especially if you don't know, how the courting goes. I don't know. Maybe you just be into it. Maybe it's just part of your psyche. Play a video game as a horse? I don't know. I bet a horse could play a video game. Shoutouts to the Microsoft Adaptive Controller. Now that's something we don't think about. Is enabling video games for our pets and other loved animals. You quite enjoyed Avatar? I want to watch it again. I remember when I was in the theater being like, yeah, this is a fun movie. This is alright, I'm enjoying this. Remember I think in the end it was pretty cool? When all the Halo planes are fighting the, dinosaurs and shit? Unobtainium. It's weird how in a stupid movie, somehow, the line about unobtainium is too stupid. What if he said, Glarkson? Would that have, lodged in people's brains the same way? We're here for this. Glarkson! We have to mine all this Glarkson. Glarkson 5. This is the only planet. The movie left cultural relevancy so fast for its size. It stayed in theaters for a long time and made crap loads of money. But I guess it made a lot of money, but no one seems interested in parodying it or referencing it after the fact. It was an interesting dynamic. And there were like tons of Titanic references and shit. Made tons of money, then vanished like NFTs. Yeah, isn't Avatar 2 announced? Yeah, we're still talking about it. That's the important thing. I think the thing is, it's like, it was a really vastly popular thing that didn't affect the zeitgeist at all. It, like, didn't really do anything new. There were no movies that came out after it that, like, tried to be like it, I think. It didn't kick off a cultural phenomenon, despite making enough money to be one. But Ubisoft has a new Avatar game because apparently they still have the property. So remember that. Ubisoft is making another Avatar game. And yeah, there's supposed to be another movie someday. Oh, this is interesting. Does this rotate? How do I get the party research? Ooh! Oh! It only takes one. It only takes one goo cube. Damn, ain't that the way. These levels are starting to get pretty devious. I was curious how mechanically intense they would get. There also totally there was a wave of weirdo dudes who really bought into the... Ah! Really bought into the Avatar fantasy. It happened. It just, like, wasn't like Star Wars level, but there were definitely some creepy weirdos who wanted to be in Avatar land. I think there were some like roleplay groups and stuff. I remember seeing like photos. Back when it was cooler to make fun of people on the internet for being weird. Wait, Spirits, you found it? Hold on, link me to it. How tough am I? I never saw John Carter. I never saw the, like, what, the 2010s Disney movie? People said that was fun. My mom definitely wanted to be an Avatar, and I wouldn't call her creepy or weird. She was pretty harmless. Ah, that's sweet. I don't know. That seems really adorable. Problem here. I guess for your mom, hopefully it wasn't a sex thing. Right, hold on a second. Not safe for work, Immiger, but a Reddit post got me to it. Let's see if this takes me back. Click. Yes, I'm over 18. Yep, this is exactly it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh god, yep. Yeah, his like weird greased up skin is poking out. Just like I remember. Load 30 more images. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, there's ballsack in here. And yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Not only does his dick explicitly change into a horse dick, but it also comes immediately. Because of course it does. I guess the process of transforming is orgasmic. God, it's just so horrific. This is some real, like, Cronenberg shit. God, they show the teeth. I'm waiting for the panel. There it is. I was waiting to see the panel that is now my wallpaper. Man, am I glad I didn't save all the different pictures of the horse asshole and balls. Yeah, transformation itself is a kink. Yeah. That is on display here for sure. Not clicking on it? Yeah, probably the best. Probably not the best call. Yeah, he must have really charged that crystal. Oh, here we go. Maybe I gotta bonk it. This... no! Damn it. Fuck! No, don't! No! This is tough. Yeah, Kiva, this is the in-game music. Soundtrack is tops. How do I get you on the other side, man? rolls forward. Oh, no. Come on. Ah, shit. I keep falling back down on top of it because I lose my double jump. On the left side of it, but I just can't. Actually, maybe respawning over here will do it. Yeah, this part's challenging. Maybe there's some part of the physics I'm just not grasping. Okay, it's still on the left side here, so that's good. No? Fuck. Keep falling on this side of the key hex. There we go. I'll leave you over there for a second. Get this party currency. Horse comic won't end. Yeah, there's a lot of time and space dedicated to the topic. Ugh. It's a lot of effort. Like there's a lot going on there. And all the photoshops and like it was clearly storyboarded out. Somebody had a vision about every individual thing they wanted to show. About the like near body horror-esque vision of being transformed into an anatomically correct horse. And they did it, by God. Dang, these are getting tough. Oh yeah, movie Sorry to Bother You. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting that. I wasn't expecting all the minotaurs in that film. Still a really good movie though. You made a movie? No, this is somebody else. Boots Riley. Oh! Oh no, that was a bad idea. What was I thinking? What was I thinking now? Oh, these checkpoints. Wait. The horse transform movie. Oh! Also on Imgur. God, I wish. That comic is proof that the only thing holding you back is yourself. There's things I think about creating and go, no, that wouldn't be good. But then this comic exists. Yeah, you can't prejudge anything. And you know what? There's no one keeping score. Going back to a previous conversation, it doesn't have to do numbers to be valid. You got something to say. Are you going to deprive the world of your voice? Of your art? Ah! Horse guy woke up and said, not today. I'm going to show my horse, my human penis, changing into a gigantic Pringles can of a horse dick and coming at the same time. He looked at his notes, and he smiled, and he nodded, and he made it happen. I'm glad he did. So many layers in this game, much parallax. It's nice. I like the backgrounds a lot. They match the music and the tone of the game really well. Horse guy probably got paid to make that, you think? Oh, I see what you mean, Grook. Maybe there's some sysadmin somewhere who commissioned that? Likely. Potential. Why does it have to be a sysadmin? Come on, let's be real. Who else has the disposable income and the desire to become a horse? Oh no! Oh! How did that not count? I thought the bonk on the side was going to give me my jumps back. Clear it, am I? Oh, I knew I would. I knew I would. That's why I did it. I knew it. Okay. What's our generation of metamorphosis? Animorphs? Avatar. Deepfakes. I mean, Animorphs fits superficially, but it's not really about, you know, the cultural issues that Metamorphosis was about. Hey, what's up, Casey Don? Oh. The party supplies seem like they might be actually be the most vital. See you, are you going to sleep, Pineapple? Thanks for watching. Hey, what's up, Firefly? Aloha to you. Playing Back for Blood? Yeah. I really like that game. I played it a bit with Bruce. I kind of wish that I had a crew who was willing to really go into it. I was hoping I could get Steph to play it with me, but she didn't seem too interested for some reason. I still think I'll be able to, though. I think I can convince Steph to play with me. She's shown a little more interest in joining the stream lately, which is good. And what's more likable than shooting a bunch of zombies? I really liked the like character build system they had in there. Yeah, I don't know why were people all tossed up about Back 4 Blood? Why were people mad about that game? I really liked what they did with it. Oh! I thought that would give me my give me my jumps back. I have to hit the quantum blocks. Hit the back button. Oh, yeah. I played it a little bit. I don't really have anyone who wants to play it now, unfortunately. Grinding for cards and the difficulty spike. Bad AI too. Like for your AI controlled people? Because the enemies are zombies. It wasn't Left 4 Dead 3. I mean, it kind of was. How was it not Left 4 Dead 3? The fact that it had like more gameplay concepts? Oh, it seemed like Left 4 Dead 3 to me. I wanted Left 4 Dead 2 but with better graphics. You can play it like that though, I guess. All you have to do is just like pick a basic card template and play it on easy. It's basic. I guess the writing wasn't very Valve-y. But I think the writing quips got a lot better between the beta and the full game. The issue for people was that it was kind of Left 4 Dead 3, but it wasn't actually Left 4 Dead 3. Those things are all true, I guess. Asking gamers to play on easy. Have we learned nothing from Doom Eternal? Yeah, that's true. It's like, the trick has to be like, it's not enough that a game provides the experience that you assume it will provide or that it should provide. It's that it also has to be the default experience. I swear, like, people don't seem like they're quite used to finding the experience they want instead of being mad that it wasn't the default one. It's almost like people use games and stuff as a barometer for how, like, tuned in they are, and if the game sends any impression that they may not be in the majority class of people who enjoy a product and how they enjoy it, then they get bent out of shape, it seems. Like, no, I'm the important one. Why is what I want not default? I don't know. People think they want to play Left 4 Dead 3, but that kind of game is not popular anymore. Yeah, if it were just Left 4 Dead 3, people would play it for 8 hours and then be like, I did it. I'm done. I beat it. Left 4 Dead 2, you can beat pretty quickly. I mean, some people tried to keep playing through it on harder and harder difficulties, but Back 4 Blood was pretty clearly trying to be a game that you can play forever if you want to, with like the card and the what is it, mutation system. It adds just like that little dash of roguelikiness to it, that randomness. It makes every play session kind of like you're playing an extended board game. Operation Rude Boy, thank you for the sub. I don't know, I feel like just because a couple hundred people get all tossed up on Reddit and get really pissed off about a thing, I don't know that that necessarily classifies as consensus. Although, how are you even going to know what consensus is? Not that. Normal was too easy, and Veteran was too hard with randoms. Now that, yeah, Dionix, I'll agree with that. I think there was a like a difficulty gap that was really hard to it was really hard to kind of get over in that game. It went from being brainlessly easy to like needing to play very, very well. At least near launch. I know that they patched some of the difficulties. I liked how hard it was. I always thought I'm effed. Am I? I'm not effed! I always thought high-level Left 4 Dead was a really interesting game. But it requires people to be aware of a lot more than they usually want to be aware of when they just want to shoot zombies. I even thought the tools given, again, in Back 4 Blood leaned into high-level play a lot more. And I always like games that lean into the higher... the like higher skill ceiling aspects of stuff. I think it was a mix of like it kind of hit people with that, I think maybe before they wanted to. I think people just wanted to log on and shoot zombies in the early days, and it's like, well, hold on there, partner. We got to talk about cards, and people are just like, why? What? Shut up. It almost feels like they should have made it the first time you play through. It's just like a hyper default experience, and then maybe after you beat the game once, then it unlocks cards, and then it's like, congratulations, you beat Left 4 Dead. You sure did shoot those zombies. But now we got this whole card system if you want to keep playing. Then probably people would probably be mad that they can't unlock cards right from the beginning or something. I don't know. Oh, what am I doing? It's just this. It's this like. It's this weird like. Damned if you do, damned if you don't sort of thing where, if you give people the structure to play a game they like forever, they'll be upset that there's not enough to do because it has to be systemic. It's like the Destiny problem. Or if you just make a nice little game that they can walk away from, they say it's not worth it. Because like if Left 4 Dead came out in 2020, 2021, and had 5 campaigns for $60, and that's it, I feel like people would probably say that's not enough. I played over 10,000 hours of Left 4 Dead on both console and PC, and honestly, Back 4 Blood just wasn't fun. Didn't engage me at all. I tried lots, but never got its hooks in me. Do you know why, Scott? I have my theory. I have my theories anyway. I think it has a lot to do with just the nuts and bolts of how the game is balanced on like a introductory way. I think it takes a little too long to kill basic zombies. I think the hit feedback is a little bit different. There's a lot of little tiny things that I think make the game feel, which is a very fuzzy term, but it's the best one I got. Like the game feel for Back 4 Blood isn't quite there. It doesn't feel quite like Left 4 Dead did. And that might just be a Source Engine thing. I don't know what Back 4 Blood is running on. But yeah, I understand that actually completely. Just being like, it just doesn't feel right. It's not as... doesn't have that... doesn't have the same experience, because it sure doesn't. Yeah, for me, I was willing to forgive a lot of the like moment-to-moment experiential aspects that are different, because I really liked what they were doing with the card system and the hyper long-term vision of playing that game. I never did see the hyper long-term vision because people didn't really stick around for it. At least the people I play with. Bruce is usually has a pretty keen eye on what like does numbers on Twitch. Which I'm glad Elden Ring is doing well. Because co-oping that has been so good. Oh, Left 4 Dead had many details that Back 4 Blood didn't have. Yeah, I think the writing and the world building were separate classes as well. Back 4 Blood is much more of a focus on mechanic type game, provide long-term goal type game, whereas Left 4 Dead had a lot of like world building humor and stuff. Yeah, I think the saddest thing is probably just like the graffiti on the walls in the safe rooms. They used to be pretty expressive and interesting in Left 4 Dead. And then in Back 4 Blood, it's just like pretty generic stuff. And a lot more, like repeated a lot more. Yeah, the banter between the characters wasn't quite as good. The more I played, I started hearing lines that were a little more interesting to me. But yeah, I mean, one of the cooler parts of Left 4 Dead, rather, is that each time you played a campaign, you might get new voice lines between the characters and learn just a teeny bit more about them and their personalities and stuff. I didn't really care to learn about the characters more in Back 4 Blood. I started to care a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit, but not enough. Oh, you like the banter? I got some chuckles sometimes, but I wasn't nearly as interested or captivated as I was by Left 4 Dead 2's characters. That is some comfy physics. Get that sense the characters bond over the span of Left 4 Dead? Yeah. And then even you as a player start to understand their quirks after a while. Like Ellis's long stories. And then you get to hear a new one and you're like, oh, there he goes! Yeah, I agree. The writing and world building elements were just not there in Back 4 Blood. They were there, just not to the same degree of execution, yeah. And it's interesting that can make so much of a difference, but I really feel like it did. You can't skimp, even if you feel like you can. That's one of those things where I feel like people appreciate it even if they don't know they appreciate it. Yeah. The game itself was fun, had unique concepts. I loved it. But due to the need to have to be online to play any mode, and the fact that cards were locked to each mode, single-player cards and decks couldn't be used in multiplayer and vice versa. There was a lot of stress as you couldn't use your builds as often. Also playing with randoms and the skill gaps in players and skill jumps in difficulty create a divide in the player base. I could see that, yeah. If you want to, yeah. That's the trick of skill-based co-op games. Like, I would never want to play something like GTFO with randoms. Games that require stealth and coordination. No way in hell. Played all these games with randoms. I played some Left 4 Dead with randoms, but I only ever tried harder difficulties with people I knew and was like talking to. Oh no! Oh, suddenly blessed. Thank you for the prime. Oh! But yeah, I hope the the Back 4 Blood got a sustainable player base. Oh, wait a minute, what? Usually going in those things restores my jump. It did not. Ever streamed or even thought of streaming Kerbal Space Program? Not really. I respect it. It's an awesome game, but there's just so many other games. Did Kerbal Space Program 2 ever come out? Is that a thing? Should be out in 2022? Alright. I'd be happy to check it out then. Deep Rock Galactic is the only game you played with randoms. Never had a bad experience with that community. That's awesome. Stories of like gaming communities that have stayed positive warm my soul. No! I needed to give another little juice. I've largely played with randoms in Final Fantasy XIV. I've always had a really good experience. I can only think of like one time some dude was being an MMO dweeb on me. Was like giving me unsolicited tips and trying to micromanage my healing, even though nobody was dying. And it was also in like an underleveled dungeon or whatever. They were just like weirdly offended that I wasn't hitting the buttons in the way that they had determined to be ideal. One of those guys. Only ever found one of those in my years playing that game. Which is weird, because I get that shit all the time in World of Warcraft. God, not playing efficiently. And work with guys like that? Ugh. Yeah. Kind of goes back to what I was saying about embracing the fuzz of life. Like, you can have your own convictions about the right way to do something, but that has to be paired with this sort of implicit acknowledgement that your way might be right for you. And that even if it's mathematical, especially with MMOs, my god, even if the numbers say that this is the right way to do it, that means fuck all if somebody's like not having fun. Oh, No Man's Sky is a positive community? I could see that. That's a very kind of chill game. Oh, this is crazy. Gotta like bonk your goo umbrella. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I guess I have to jump on it? Oh no, too far, too far! Oh. Oh gosh, this is a long way back. Wait, who's Carl? Why are we doing it for Carl? This is a Deep Rock Galactic meme. I stopped playing Overwatch because I got sick of people telling me to stop playing Junkrat all the time, or that I was doing it wrong even when I was top scorer. Damn near every game and leading to wins. Yeah, Overwatch got pretty bad with that. This is why I prefer my online experiences to either, if it's going to be PvP, I want it to be 1v1. Like, I don't want another teammate. Even if I'm doing something wrong, whatever. Maybe I'm trying to do it to learn, or I'm experimenting. And it, like, I don't want to do that on somebody else's time, or have other people feel like just because we're on a team together, I don't know. It's annoying. That's why I've always liked fighting games. And I want my co-op experiences to be PvE, because playing against other people makes people a different kind of competitive. When you're playing against other people, ugh, gosh. There is such a thing as good enough, I guess, as long as you're winning. Most people don't seem to care, but even still, playing against other people, playing against opponents that aren't there to, like, let you win, I feel like changes people's approaches and mentalities. Although I have found some fun in like PvPvE, like Gambit mode in Destiny, basically, or something like Tetris 99. Sort of like you're playing against a CPU, but there are other players that are factors in this overall game. That's always kind of neat. No! Overwatch got to be too much when Overwatch League started. People would watch that and then think they are pros and know everything about the game, and would fight over who was in charge of the team and wouldn't listen to anyone else. Yeah, they got that esports hype. That kind of happened with StarCraft a little bit. People would try builds that their favorite players had used, but I don't know, just without that group dynamic, which was nice. I have played a little bit of Deep Rock Galactic, but not in a while. I think we did a gameplay for it at Funhouse a long time ago, which kind of dates it, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. Tight jumps. They had a large patch like 2 months ago. Yeah? I think I remember hearing about that. A lot of party data. Do you get upgrades in this game, like more jumps or jump distance? I don't think so. I think it's just jump. Very simple core mechanic. Yeah, I'm gonna buy some more party stuff. Check out these bounce pads. Time to defrost. A very fitting welcome back to being alive poster. Yeah, that's a nice bounce. Robot just got cranky. Now I have to go. Wait, what? I have to go do work at work? What happened to your robot? You can see their names. Sword Chop. Talking about Left 4 Dead is making me nostalgic. Simpler times. With the late aughts. That was like 07, right? 07, 08? 2008 was like the year. Oh, the ball pit! Fuck yeah! That was the year for Gen 7. I think 2022 is going to be the year for Gen 9, I guess. We already got some heaters. We got Elden Ring, man. TumblerCon? I thought that was like a BronyCon. The sushi bar! Oh, they're going to love this. So cute. Oh, was TumblerCon? Oh, okay. My bad. I mean, it couldn't have been an official Tumblr convention, like run by Tumblr, the company. I thought it was just some random people. It was called DashCon. Yeah, I thought so. It wasn't Tumblr. That was DashCon. Gotta put one up for the OG. Absolute classic of an internet image. I like how there's just like the one cord all the way across the floor plugged into the like. We didn't know you needed carpet or anything else. Show up to a big empty room with one ball pit. The picture is so iconic. It should be on that Liminal Spaces Twitter account. Yeah. Everyone loves a ball pit. It's a party when you got a ball pit and nothing else. I can't really blame anyone though. Like it's... You want to laugh at it, but truly, like, who among us has actually tried to plan a convention? You probably think it's easy. You probably think maybe that the hotel staff does a lot of that shit. Sets up tables. Puts things out for you? Fuck no. They don't do anything. Nothing. There was year 2019. Rooster, like I asked to have a panel for Inside Gaming, and they were like, sure. And then I asked again later, and they were like, oh, no. We ran out of time. There's no more panels. I was like, but you said, yeah, sorry. And I was like, well, can I have a booth then? And they were like, sure, whatever. You have to fill out you have to order it though. So I even had to fill out the like order forms to get a booth and a table and some chairs, and electricity. I had to like order all that shit and expense it. And that took a lot of time and it wasn't easy. And it was this dumbass like order form for the convention center. Anyway. After doing that, I don't blame people for not wanting to fuck with it. Convention setup is a mess, yeah. you're not allowed to just move your own stuff around. It like violates union rules. So you have to like stand there staring at a stack of chairs until a Teamster comes out and sets them up for you. Otherwise, some like union boss is gonna come and crack your ankle. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna take a food break. Thanks again to Harlow for sponsoring this stream. Again, this is a very fine game from a very dedicated developer. If you're interested at all, use the Harlow command to check it out. You can buy the soundtrack separately. Conference I was at, I couldn't unplug my laptop because the Teamster had to do it. Yeah, oh, code giveaway. Thank you. Thank you very, very much for reminding me. All right, let's give away a code, huh? All right, if you want to win a code for Harlow, just type in Harlow into chat. Harlow! Yeah, this soundtrack is the good S, the big stuff. Been listening to the Tunic OST. I need to start Tunic. How am I gonna start Tunic though when Elden Ring is out? Is anything better than Elden Ring? Tunic might be the more approachable, less cosmic horror version of Tunic, of Elden Ring. My bad, I got those reversed. I'm really excited to play Tunic. I've been really excited for that. I got to play a demo of that at E3 a couple years ago, and I was like, yup, this is good shit. I really like this. Tunic is Elden Ring Light, and I guess Death's Door was Tunic Light. Another game that I actually didn't finish. I didn't finish Death's Door. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Oh yeah, Tunic's also on Game Pass. Go for another 30 seconds or so. Do a draw here. Elden Ring is life. 200 hours and new game 5. Still finding stuff. Scott, I like it. The soundtrack is very nuggables. Nugables, I mean. Nujabes, yeah. All right. Who's gonna win it? Let's see. Dante AD, congratulations. We'll be sending you code shortly. So, I'm Luke. Thanks for the resub. That's why. Yeah, one last time, just as a reminder. If you want to check out this fine game, use the Harlow command in chat. All right. Personal message dispatched. Time for a food break. Food break. And I'll come back with some Elden Ring. I still have many lands to explore. I'm excited to keep going. My Captain, thank you for reminding me of how Ninja feels about accomplishment. King Saren says, I want to make an NFT that has literally screenshots of other NFTs. What are they going to do? Sue me. For what? They say the picture isn't the thing. I stole nothing. Yeah, you can, King Saren. I just think the problem is no one's going to buy it. But yeah, you can mint whatever you want. And then you'll just be paying whatever minting institution a couple $100 to make something make an NFT that has no value. But yeah, you can do it. No one's saying you can't do it. Oh, are those Doreets? Those look like some space chips. Oh, there are sites made just to sell NFTs made like that already? Yeah. That's the thing. Whatever, like, stupid joke you can come up with, I feel like people who are into NFTs don't care, because they're not in it for anyone's, like, approval. They're just in it to make quick money. That's it. That's all they care about. If dignity were a part of it, then that would be more complicated, but it's not. I feel like everyone will like circulate these things being like, aha, we've proved that NFTs are stupid and they're a scam, they have no value. Meanwhile, somebody who's actually into them is like, I don't give a shit. Like, who cares? There's money to be made, so I'm here to make the money. Did you play / like Terraria? I did. I actually have really good memories of playing that with friends. Shortly after I moved to LA for the first time, some of my friends back home got into Terraria, and that's kind of how we kept up for a while. It was a fun time. Oh, for me, it's the fact that they think they're really smart. Well, that's part of the grifty money bro aspect. Is you have to pretend like the thing that you're doing is the hip shit that everyone's gonna be on in 10 years. Part of the mystique, I guess. You can't say it's a grift. You can just know and accept that it's a grift, and then pretend like it's not. Try to pretend that like it's fashionable. Everything if you're bought into a system, you're bought in, everything you do is going to be to try to make that system sound awesome until you go to the next one. You know? It's like working for a company that you know is bullshit. You're still going to tell everyone it's the coolest thing until you quit. You're going to take all their money, and then you'll just move on to the next thing, and then you'll tell everyone that's the coolest thing. People that want to make quick money and want to make big money don't care about anything else. Maybe a little bit, but it always comes secondary, so like... This doesn't matter. There's an indie game called Core Keeper, which is like top-down Terraria. Huh. Comments, yeah, I did see that apparently they patched the teleport hacking thing, which is nice. That seemed to come up and get patched pretty quickly, so props to From Software, I guess. Okay, break time. I'm gonna go cook food. I don't know what I'm gonna make yet, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be gone. But as soon as I decide what I'm gonna make, I'll put a timer on screen, and then there will be Elden Rings after that. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Thanks for watching, by the way, and thanks to Harlow!